If you're a Roblox player, you know the feeling. You're in the middle of a game, totally focused, and then bam, a random error code boots you out. Well, in this explainer, we're going to turn that frustration into knowledge. We're going to break down exactly what these codes mean and give you a simple game plan to get you back in the action fast.
Just picture it. You are literally seconds away from victory. Your heart's racing, you make that final perfect move and the screen freezes. Disconnected. It is one of the most maddening things in all of gaming, right? Today, we're going to figure out what's really going on behind that frozen screen.
You've seen them all. Error code 277, error 524, a bunch of other numbers that pop up and just wreck your gaming session. But what if I told you there's a simple logic behind all these seemingly random codes?
Okay, so here's the absolute key to understanding this whole thing. A Roblox error code isn't a precise diagnosis. Think of it like a cough. A cough doesn't tell you why you're sick, just that you are. These codes are the same deal. They tell you the connection dropped, but they don't tell you the real reason why.
So, how in the world do you make sense of it all? Well, it's actually way simpler than you'd think. Instead of trying to memorize a ton of different codes, we can pretty much sort every single one into just two basic groups.
This is the first and most important question you have to ask yourself. Is the problem on my end, or is it on their end? Right? Is it something with my computer, my Wi-Fi, my phone, or is it an issue with Roblox's actual servers, a bug in the game itself, or something to do with permissions? Figuring that out is half the battle right there.
Let's look at the most common ones you'll see, and this really shows the difference. Error 279, that means you can't even get in the front door. The connection failed right from the start. But error 277, that's different. You got in, you were playing, and then the connection dropped mid-game. And error 268 is something else entirely. That means the server itself actively kicked you out, maybe for being idle or something like that.
Okay, so let's start with troubleshooting the problems that are on your end, the stuff you can actually control. We're going to go through a really simple checklist that will fix the vast majority of these connection errors.
Seriously, before you unplug a single thing, before you restart anything, take 1 minute and go check the official Roblox status page. If their servers are down, then hey, guess what? The problem isn't you at all. This one step can save you so much time and frustration.
Now, if Roblox says everything's good on their end, it's time for the classic fix. But the details here really matter. Unplug both your router and your modem. And don't just wait a few seconds, wait a full 60 seconds. Let them completely clear their memory. Then plug the modem in first, wait for its lights to go solid, and only then plug the router back in. This proper power cycle fixes so many weird glitches.
So here's a big one that a lot of people don't think about. Not all disconnects are actually network issues. Sometimes your Roblox app itself crashes because of some old, junky temporary files. And when the app crashes, it looks exactly like you lost connection, but the real problem is sitting right there on your own device.
For you PC players, cleaning this out is super easy. You just got to clear out 2 spots. First, hit the Windows key and R to open the Run box. Then go to the temp folder for Roblox, and just delete everything in there. Then, do it again, but this time for the local app data folder. This just forces Roblox to start fresh, and it fixes a ton of problems.
And if you're on mobile, it's just as simple. On Android, you can just dive into your settings, find Roblox, and hit that Clear Cache button. On iOS, you've got 2 choices. Offload app is like clearing the cache. It gets rid of the app but saves your data. If that doesn't do the trick, delete app will give you a totally clean slate with a fresh install.
All right, we've covered all the main issues on your end, so now let's flip the script. Let's talk about the errors that come from Roblox's side of things, specifically when it's about getting access to a game. This is where you can realize, hey, this problem is actually out of my hands.
Error 524 is probably one of the most misunderstood codes out there. The moment you see it, you probably start checking your Wi-Fi. But stop, your connection is fine. This error means one thing and one thing only. You aren't allowed in that specific server. It's a permissions thing, not a connection thing.
So why wouldn't you have permission? Well, it's usually one of a few simple reasons. You might be trying to get into a VIP server you weren't invited to. It could be that your own account's privacy settings are locked down too tight, or maybe the game itself is private or only for members of a certain group.
Error 773 is kind of a cousin to 524. It usually pops up when you're already in a game and you try to teleport to a different map or area. And again, this isn't your internet dropping, it's the new server you're trying to reach saying, nope, you can't come in here.
And the reasons are pretty straightforward. The place you're trying to go might just be full. Or it could have an age restriction that your account doesn't meet. Sometimes it just means that part of the game is temporarily offline while the moderators review it.
And this is a big one that can save you a lot of headaches. If you get disconnected and you see the in-game chat just explode with everybody saying, "I just got kicked too," well then you know. The problem isn't you and it's not your internet. It's almost always a bug in the game itself that crashed the server for everyone.
All right, to finish things up, let's go over a couple of really specific, kind of tricky error codes and some high-impact fixes you need to know about.
Okay, error 264. This one can look pretty scary, but don't panic. 99% of the time, it's harmless. It just means you tried to rejoin a game too fast after you left, and the server hadn't quite caught up yet. The fix? Just wait 5 seconds and try again. However, if you see this a lot, it could be a warning sign that someone else is using your account. Go check your recently played games, and if you see anything weird, change your password immediately.
Now this is a huge one, and it's not a suggestion, it's a hard rule. If you are still running Windows 7 or 8.1, you are going to get connection errors. Period. Roblox's anti-cheat system Hyperion needs security features that are only in Windows 10 and 11. There is no fix, no workaround for this. You have to upgrade your operating system to play.
Hey mobile players, listen up, because your phone might be secretly sabotaging you. Low power mode or battery saver will often slow down your network to save juice, and that can cause you to disconnect. But the biggest one, especially on iOS, is Wi-Fi assist. If your Wi-Fi gets a little weak, your phone will instantly switch to cellular data. That changes your IP address, and for security, the Roblox server kicks you out. You gotta turn these features off before you start playing.
So what's the big takeaway here? You're not at the mercy of some random numbers on a screen anymore. You have a framework. Is it my problem? Is it their problem? Or is it the game? By asking those simple questions, you can figure out what's going on with pretty much any error you run into.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As these online worlds like Roblox get bigger and more complicated and more connected than ever, are these kinds of errors and glitches just an unavoidable part of the whole experience? What do you think?